Hello, everybody, and I am back to talk about fire. And so I do believe that each of us have an element that is kind of our force in life. It may be an element that you are drawn to at a very early age. It could be just an element that you love to use, that you connect with more than the others. And fire is mine. And as a lot of, if not most of you know, the whole reason I started doing what I do in the healing woods started with a fire, with me being burnt third degree over 30% of my body and ending up in a burn ward. But that was not my first lesson with fire. I have had many, starting all the way in childhood, like when I was first learning to talk. And I didn't even remember this. I was going through a lot of old stuff that my mom had in a hope chest, and um, I found one of those baby books that they would do in the 70s where you put in like hair color and their favorite things to eat and just memories of their first year of life or first 5 years of life or whatever. And so as I was reading this, I saw that my first word was hot. Not mama, not daddy, hot. And I asked my mom what happened, and I got burnt. That was literally the first word out of my mouth was hot because something burnt me. So this has been a lifelong journey with fire and I. I also remember, I think I might have been five-ish. I remember a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern erupting into flame, and just not even really being afraid of it, even as a little toddler, just kind of like, wow, look at the fire, it's so beautiful. And my dad running into the room and like throwing the jack-o'-lantern outside and putting an end to the fire. So fire has been with me my whole life. At age 23, when I accidentally burnt the house down and ended up in the burn ward, literally dying and coming back to life on the surgery table, that was the big that's why I called my book Baptism by Flame, because I feel like that was kind of my baptism and confirmation all rolled up into one within that element of fire. So wanted to talk about different ways I harness the energy of fire, because I am literally that phoenix, right? I died and resurrected from those ashes. And everybody always asks me, like, aren't you afraid of using candles now? Aren't you afraid of fire? And not at all, right? Like, yes, I'm very careful with them. I have a lot of respect towards candles and the element of fire because of everything that has happened to me. But there is zero fear. In fact, when I was doing body work, when I first started the Healing Woods, I was doing massage and body work, and I actually learned fire cupping, like using actual fire with glass cups. It's an ancient Chinese medicine form, and doing fire cupping on my clients. So no, I am not afraid of harnessing the deep cleansing purification of fire. And so what I use, there's so many ways I use fire, but I'm just going to kind of dwindle it down to what I do mostly to release and what I do to receive within that beautiful element. So fire is about destruction. It is. I mean, it destroyed my whole house. It destroyed 33% of my skin. It destroyed what my life used to look like. And that wasn't really a bad thing, truthfully, because before the fire, I wasn't happy, not happy whatsoever, not happy with myself, not happy with my living situation, not happy with life, right? I mean, there was a lot of darkness, a lot of sadness, just not the person you know today at all at 23. And so that fire came in to destroy everything that I had created and built, within my room there, and allowed me to be free, truthfully, of those shackles so I could rise. And rise I have. But destruction comes before that rebirth, right? So we have to be in that energy of destruction. So what I like to do is my bullshit bonfires, which a lot of you have probably been to some either online or in person. And we use that beautiful energy of fire to write down anything on paper that gets in the way of the life that you want. Like, what do you need to destroy in order to rebuild, life in a way that you want it to be? And then burn it, right? Like, use that power, use that beautiful energy of fire to take that out of your life. And I never burn anything in anger, right? Even if you're writing down things that have really hurt you or still kind of like are stuck in your heart, we're releasing it and thanking it. Thank you for showing me what I don't want to be. Thank you for showing me who I no longer am. And when I use fire to bring in, right? So that's kind of the releasing aspect of fire. Fire also is energy, it's movement, it's get up and go walk towards the thing that you want, right? So when I do my private bullshit bonfires for myself or with friends, I will also have like a candle ready, right? So I'll make the list of everything you're releasing, do the releasing aspect of fire. And then before the fire goes out, right? Before it's just ash and smoke and everything's gone, I will take either like a candle or a stick of incense of what I want to bring in. Because we can take from the ashes of what once was, we take that spark. We take that spark from of what we know will be. And so, have your candle ready for love or for health or for abundance, whatever the thing is that you want to plant, the seed that you want to plant now that you've like made all that room, right? And then use that fire to bring in, calling in that love, calling in that abundance, calling in that health. So at the Redwood retreat, what we are going to do is we are going to start everything with fire. So you will get to Mendocino County, be in awe of all of the beauty all around you. Your jaw will drop when you get to the inn. I mean, this inn is amazing, you guys. You can literally hear the seals barking at the edge of the cliff where the ocean is, and redwoods towering all around you. Maybe you unpack and maybe you go and soak in the hot tub for a while and just take some big deep breaths. And then as we come into a beautiful dinner, you'll receive a beautiful dinner at the inn, and then we will gather. And that's where we start with fire. And we're going to do a beautiful journey within fire and doing a bullshit bonfire and more. So I am so excited for you to come to this beautiful retreat because talk about Phoenix. You're going to be flying high, and that'll just be day one. That'll literally be just the first few hours of the retreat. And then there's so much more beauty and adventure and magic waiting for you for the next 2 days. All right, guys, light those bonfires, and we're still in that new moon energy ish, right? So it's time to allow, we're building, right? The moon is waxing right now. So now it's like you set the intention in the new moon, and now you take this time to build up to it. Start taking those steps. Fire is action. So start taking that action towards what it is that you want. And I know that each of you have a very bright light that's happening within you. So may your fires shine brightly. All right. Bye, guys.